Squelch, 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 squelch.
Oh, welcome back to Squelch, the video game book club. I'm Dano.
I'm Man at Arms.
And I'm Storm Rage, and we're here to remind you that Mass Effect Andromeda is a game, and games are supposed to be fun.
This week we went to Elaaden and we did Mass Effect Andromeda things. Next week we are going to complete the Hunting the Archon quest, going to go to the very cleverly and easy to remember named planet H-047 lowercase c, and have way too much fun driving around in the Mako 2. Trust me when I tell you, it is the entire Mako 2 driving simulator part of this game, which is about 30% of this game, is worth it for this planet alone. I do have a bit of like a respiratory illness situation going on, so I may cough from time to time, and when I laugh, it will be a little bit weird. So I just want to give you all a heads up about that. So thank you for understanding. I'd like to thank some patrons.
I think that's great.
I am pretty incredible.
Thank.
Thank you, patrons and Twitch subs. Your support keeps this podcast ticking. If you want to support the show, head over to twitch.tv/DanoPlay or patreon.com/squelch. $5 and above patrons get the podcast the night it is recorded, and all of our supporters get our bonus episode, Squelch Before Dork, recorded every week before the podcast. We are playing a Savage Worlds campaign in Thetis, the World of Dragon's Inquisition. We had our first combat today, Storm Rage. Tell them how it went.
It went great.
Yeah.
No notes. I successfully, in one of my attacks, got rid of a bad guy, and in my other attack, might have gotten rid of an ally. But it's difficult to say, because I like to think that every accident is just a different door being opened.
Mm-hmm.
So did my dagger fly so fast and so precisely into the rump of one Logar the dwarf? Perhaps. It's impossible to say. Did my face, in turn, fall afterwards and accidentally headbutt the dagger deeper into the rump of said friend and companion? It's impossible to say. I couldn't. I don't remember what happened 30 minutes ago. But you, great listener, could find out for just a buck a month.
It's a real Mark Sanchez situation.
Oh, gosh. All right. Let's hop into the lore.
This one's a real page-turner.
All right. So let's talk about Ryder's friends. I would say the very best part of Mass Effect Andromeda. We have Cora. She is a human biotic, second in command, former member of the Asari Human Special Forces Exchange Program, and a bit of an Asariophile. Liam Costa, he is a human, he has a couch, he is a bit of a doofus, and he means well. We got PB, she's an Asari.
Doofus.
He is such a doofus, isn't he? But he's a doofus that wants everyone to be friends. Like, he
Right.
just,
The best kind of doofus, really.
like, I traveled across the galaxy twice this week so that he could set up a soccer game. And that actually happened. Like, just, I flew across the entire galaxy to get one part of a McMuffin, drove to the other part of the galaxy to get to the planet where he wanted to go, and then we played soccer.
That is absolutely incredible, actually.
Right?
We've got PB. She is Asari, and she's super into remnant technology. Also has a really, really deadbeat ex-girlfriend. We got Vetra, a Turian, former smuggler, and her sister really wants to help. We got Drac, a Krogan wrecking ball, who is 14 years old, calls everyone kid, everyone calls him old man, and was there for the Krogan Revolution like a millennia ago. Remembers it clearly and took part in it. At one point this week, someone asked him about the what were those bug things called? Storm Rage, do you remember?
Oh, the queen. There was a queen.
Yeah.
The Rorak. That's not it. That's not
anyways,
it.
The
those
Rannoch.
funny-
The Rannoch.
The Rannoch.
No,
The
Rannoch
yes.
is a planet. Rannoch is
Oh.
the homeworld of the Quarians.
Oh, right.
Well, anyways,
Is
so
it-
those bug things, they were rampaging across the galaxy, and the Krogan stopped them. And he says at one point, he goes, "I wasn't there for that, but I am old enough to remember them telling the stories of people who were there for it." So that's how old. That's how old.
Rachni. The Rachni.
Rachni.
Is it another R? Close enough.
That's how
It's very
old
close.
Drac is. And then we have Jaal. He is an Angaran resistance fighter, and got kind of a soft heart. Very, very cute. Sam, he is our AI, and basically is the hero of this game. Like, Sam does everything. Like,
Yeah.
Suvi, she's our science officer. Callow, our pilot. Lexi, our medical officer. And Gil is a scuffed tally. Am I saying anything?
Nope.
Nope.
Where's the Pathfinder?
You're looking at her.
You're not Alec Ryder.
It's never not good. It's never not
It's
funny.
so good. I had so many fun moments this week. One of my favorites as a preview, and I'll censor this for Squelch, is there's a thing you can do where someone's like, "But what will Tan think?" And you can say, "I cannot count the amount of cares I give about anything Tan says or thinks."
Mm-hmm.
I got that one. I got that as well. And there's two different dialogue prompts you can get. There's one that I don't remember, and the other one is insert expletive Tan. It's just all it is, and it says the expletive.
Yep.
I'm like, well, that's what I'm picking.
Yep.
I got that one as well. So we are on Elaaden. Storm Rage, you have the main story here. Do you also want to give us a breakdown of what Elaaden is and what kind of we're doing there?
So Elaaden is I think, the most desert of the desert planets that we have come across.
Mm-hmm.
It is known for its heat specifically and its lack of water. So we've had a couple other planets that are like relatively deserty, but we don't lack for those things in particular. For instance, Eos, the main problem was radiation. And then in Kadara, the main problem was that there was water, but it was just acid. And so this time around, it is straight up desert, rock, lack of water. There are a couple of significant landmarks within Elaaden. There is Paradise, which is the kind of dock that we start at, which is a collection of various smugglers and exiles in Krogan. There is the new home of the Krogan after they've been exiled from the Nexus, called New Tachanka. And then there is a area of the exiles that are just the bad dudes, and I can't remember what it's called, but there's a place
Scavengers,
where they all
right?
hang out.
They're the flop house.
Scavengers.
The Flophouse. The
Flophouse. Yep.
And so
Not the movie
scavengers
podcast, but
are
the place where
like
the scavengers hang out.
yeah. So the scavengers are exiles who have been kind of driven crazy by playing with remnant technology. Essentially, that's what we kind of learned early on. There is that they like are kind of crazy and insane. And then the Paradise is run by a native. Why am I blanking on it? Right, Angarans, run by an Angaran, and she is like a water dealer. So she knows where the water is, and she sells it to everybody because she's a good person. She's a good person because
Yeah.
All right.
So when we land, we start at the encampment of the Paradise. And generally speaking, folks here don't like us. We're part of the initiative. We're part of the Nexus. None of those things are good things. And also, we learn a little bit more about why some exiles have gone so bad. Because remember, all of these people were supposed to be cleared when we originally left the Milky Way galaxy. And the kind of yada yada hand waving of a lot of it is something happened to them while in stasis for 600 years that modified their brain chemistry. Lexi has you scan some scavengers and is like, I think I found a way to make them less violent. So you can talk to a scavenger and be like, hey, you should take this medication. And he goes, no, I don't want to. Are you going to make me? And you can say, no, but you should take it. And then if you convince him to do so, he'll take it. And then, fun fact, he gets depression after that. And I was like, oh, what an interesting way to, like, resolve this in a way that isn't a clear win for anybody. Intriguing. So we chat with a couple of scavengers, and eventually we head out to New Tachanka. New Tachanka, again, the new Krogan homeworld-esque. And the reason that all the Krogan got kicked off is because Tan sucks. Tan is just bad. In general, this planet is basically the planet ARRAKIS from Dune. There's sand everywhere. It's super hot. There's a worm that burrows throughout the planet and kills folks. It's ARRAKIS. New Tachanka itself, as we eventually make our way there, is basically built into this mountain. It's a rough built encampment, and outside we are told, no Nexus folks allowed. But Drax says, hey, they're cool, let them in. And the Krogan go, all right, well, if Drax says it, it must be true. New Tachanka is being run by a Krogan named Morda, and she runs it with an iron fist, and it is clear she is in charge, and a lot of people do not care for her. Additionally, she wants to cut all ties with the Nexus, and does not care for anybody associated with the Nexus for how they treated the Krogan, while many Krogan want to reestablish those ties. There is a shaman here who specifically wants to ally with the Nexus and build those relationships back. This shaman tells us that Morda is looking for a very specific piece of remnant tech that is on a remnant ship that crash landed who knows how long ago, but they have not been able to get inside. She wants to get the remnant tech in order to build a bomb and therefore declare open war on the Nexus. But if we get the remnant tech first, then no bomb. So we say, what a great plan. We believe you. Let's go get that ship core. We get to the remnant ship, and that has the remnant tech that we need, and someone else is there. We chase them. We chase them again. We chase them again. And each time we're told, oh, you just missed them.
Sorry,
Cool.
your princess is in another castle.
This is another, yeah, very much so, yeah.
The number of times, I had a really good time this week. I loved it a lot. But the number of times where it's like, yeah, you just need to go across the galaxy one more time. Really? I don't think I do. I think I could just solve it here. But perhaps another conversation for another time.
So much of, good job, you made it, go another place. It's like, but why? This doesn't accomplish anything. There is no narrative reason for this. You're just doing it.
You just need to stretch it out and make sure you go to more places on this planet. That's what it really is about.
We eventually find the people that stole the tech, and it looks like the people that stole the tech are working for the same person that told us to steal the tech in the first place, because Morda was going to use it for a bad reason. We eventually find out, after we kill every single person in the compound, that we have the tech now, and the shaman that sent us on this thing is the one that wanted to build a bomb in order to dethrone Morda for their own selfish gains. We head back to New Tachanka and tell Morda about everything. She headbutts the traitor and says, you are not worthy to kill, get out of here. And she says, you have the remnant tech. That remnant tech can be used to power our entire city and set us forward dozens of years, if not hundreds of years. Give it to us and we'll let you establish a settlement, or you could keep it and I will literally never talk to you again. Matt?
If you have Drac in your party when you do this, he basically says, you know, Morda's not great, but this entire clan is just full of crazy people. It's great.
And so I am curious, what did you guys choose between these two? I'm guessing that all of us gave the remnant tech to Morda, but I don't know, Matt, maybe you love killing Krogans too.
No, I was like, Morda, you want to make a colony with this thing and also get your own Krogan nation? Let's go. And that's basically what I did.
Yeah, I gave it to Morda as well, because Tan would have just made a bomb and blown up the Krogan, I assume. So, I gave it to them. They're much more trustworthy and way more competent than ever on the Nexus. So
the fact they had a colony up and running, and while we were like still pooping around, it
is a fascinating story that's told. So it turns out that a lot of people went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over the trip, which is why so many of them are like kind of bananas. And then the people who were supposed to be in charge are just the worst at it, the actual worst at being in charge.
Yes.
And the people who decided that they weren't going to put up with the people in charge, are far more competent at being in charge, and had 2 very successful colonies that we don't even need to be involved with. Like, they're just like running on their own, just handling things.
We're really just coming in to gentrify the places, really.
You're not wrong.
We are fixing the environment, so we're good people.
Yeah,
we're fixing the environment.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt's not fixing the environment, but the rest of us are fixing the environment.
The rest of us are doing our best.
Hey, oh, jeez. I have every planet
Gooch.
except for Eos at 100%, except for this one in Eos. So I'm saying I'm fixing the place.
You say you're fixing the place? I've 100% at everything so far.
I have every planet at 100% viability, which I never thought I would do in this game.
One of us. I
have it 100% at a lot of the quests. There's a lot of quests that I haven't done because I went, that sounds gross. That's just going to make me bounce between 5 different planets, talk to one person on each planet, and then go to the next one. I've had enough of that. I'm good. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Scanning rocks, no.
I complete most of the quests, but there are some that like don't show up on maps. They only show up on like in your journal, and those ones I essentially skip. But I think there's an achievement for doing 90% of the quests in the game or something. I'm kind of gunning for that.
Oh, Dano. Do you want to tell us about the Elaaden Vault?
No, not really.
Sorry. I didn't get there this week. Sorry.
So to open the vault on Elaaden, we first have to turn on the 3 monoliths like we do on every planet. These monoliths look like all other remnant technology in the game. They are black with slightly lighter black lines on them. And then within those slightly lighter black lines, there are a few light blue geometric shapes inside those slightly black lines. There are no enemies at these monoliths, which is interesting. Instead, we need to use the console to try to turn them on, and Sam calls us an idiot and tells us to find the glyphs like we always have to do. Then we have to interact with another console that makes shiny black geometric thingamajigs come out of the ground. We do a fairly simple jumping puzzle to get on top of like the monoliths and then scan for the glyphs. Once we found the glyphs, we can do a Sudoku puzzle and then activate the monolith. We do this 3 times, and then the vault opens up. That's basically how it's done on every planet. Each planet's a little bit. Sometimes they have enemies there. Sometimes their enemies are humans. Sometimes the enemies are remnant technology. Sometimes it's a jumping puzzle, but it's generally like this for every planet. So the vault opens, and it opens onto a laser light puzzle. So these laser light puzzles are all over there in all the vaults. This one, you can't even get into the main part of the vault without doing a laser light puzzle. This one's no different. So there are 5 lasers, and no indication on what to do with these 5 lasers. Sam tells us very helpfully that we have to do something with them, but nowhere in the vault does it indicate how we're supposed to solve this puzzle. So instead, you have to just interact with the 5 different laser lights randomly and hope that you figure out the puzzle. Now, you might think that doesn't sound so bad. Now, so the way that you know if you've interacted with a laser light is the lightish blue laser turns slightly more distinct. It is now a slightly more distinct light blue laser. That means you have interact with it. So once you have played around with these 5 things for long enough, about 10 to 15 minutes, just randomly picking stuff, you will eventually get the right 2 of them figured out to open up the main vault. Storm Rage, you have
now that is not how the puzzle goes.
Pretty sure it is.
The puzzle itself. The puzzle itself is actually the way that it works. There are 5 different consoles. If you turn on one of the consoles, it will turn itself on, and it will flip any other consoles that are directly adjacent to it to the opposite way. So if I have a console on the far right-hand side that is off, and then the one next to it is also off, if I turn on the far right-hand console, the one next to it will turn on as well. So it's a very simple puzzle of just like ordering so that way everything turns on, and everything you do will affect the console itself as well as the adjacent consoles. You turn all of them on, it's done. So that's how you actually do the puzzle. is you figure out what's causing the lights to turn on or off, and then you just turn all the lights on.
No, I'm pretty sure I did it the right way, and just turn all the lightish blue ones to slightly more lightish blue until the door opened. So now that you're in the vault proper, guess what? You get to turn more light blue lasers on and off. Some of these blue lasers make blue laser domes that not hurt you. Some of them will make the blue laser domes hurt you. They turn red in that case. Others make it so you can walk under the blue laser domes. You do this so you can get to the secret room. Let me tell you a story about Remnant data cores, now that I kind of talked about how these puzzles are worked. So Remnant data cores are presented at the very beginning of this game as this super important McMuffin. It's one of the first quests you get. It's made to seem like if you don't do this, PB will not be your friend. It is a quest that spans just about every single planet. You get these Remnant data cores by doing the most difficult stuff in the game, by figuring out the puzzles within the puzzles within the puzzles of the Remnant technology rooms, and then also by killing the space dragons. So you need to get 9 of these Remnant data cores. So I had 1 more left to get with this one. No, 2 more. Sorry, I had to get this puzzle figured out, and then I had to kill the space dragon here on Elaaden. I'm pretty excited about completing this quest because I was like, okay, there's going to be some really fun, interesting stuff going on here. We will learn some more things about Remnant technology. PB will have some cool dialogue. So I complete my 9th puzzle while I'm in here, and it just marks completed. Nothing else. Game-spanning quest where you have to kill the most difficult enemies in the game and complete optional puzzles that you have to struggle to even find that they are there, and they just marks the quest completed. No loot, no, just like, I assume I got some experience, no dialogue.
Probably, maybe.
I'm like, it was the most, I've never been so disappointed with a quest in all my gaming life. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. You have this incredibly difficult to do quest where you have to kill the space dragons, and you have to complete the like extra puzzles within the puzzle rooms, and it's just marks complete. I couldn't believe it. I went into my journal to make sure I didn't miss something. I was shocked.
I have no memory of this quest existing at all, and
same.
It makes sense that this is a quest that I would completely ignore.
Yeah. Why is
This sounds like a quest like, we need to put something in here that requires these data cores and make it kind of difficult. Should we get them anything for it? No.
The data cores do not exist for anything or anywhere else. They're only there's 11. Apparently, there's 11 of them. I googled it after this was done. Apparently, you have to do 9 of 11 things.
We'll get to it in the DLC.
But it just says 9 out of 9. I was absolutely floored. I'm not gonna lie. This vault, actually, I think if I've been playing this game casually, I think I would have fell off the game during this vault because I got so bored with the game itself here. I was like, I'm done going into these vaults that are just, because they're all very dark. They all look exactly the same. Mm-hmm. They all involve like turning lasers on and off kind of vaguely about what you're supposed to be doing. And I was like,
following pipes in the floor.
On the floor. I was like,
Good news, this is our last vault. There will be no more vaults from here until the end of the game.
It's fine. And I'm just saying, if I play it casual by myself, I would have fallen off here, I think. I might not have, but I think I might have. But it was really just this vault was kind of the last vault. I've had bad luck with all the vaults. The first vault I went into glitched, and I had to reload a save outside the vault to even make it work. So after all that, this vault has 2 secret treasure rooms, which you can pick up as you run away from the dark cloud of doom. It's dark because color isn't allowed in the future. That being done, Elaaden is now only hot and not boiling lava hot. So good job, team. Mission accomplished.
Hello, old friend. Let's meet for tea after the match, shall we?
Much.
Slurp,
Slurp,
slurp, slurp. Matt, what'd you do?
Sorry, I just remembered something that I did, so I was adding to the show notes, and then I went, there's a pause. It's me. I'm supposed to say something. Do the sound, and it'll come to you.
Do the sound, and it'll come to you. Oh, Matt, what'd you do this week?
Turns out this week at work was super busy. Turns out vacation, like a 2-week vacation just before you work is bad. So anyway, I told a guy I'd find his sister and talk to an info dealer nearby who knows who Reyes is, apparently, and knows where the sister is. Sister's in a part of the planet I can't figure out how to get to, so I guess she's lost forever.
She's in a pretty central part of the planet. I'm curious.
How do I get up there? Is the next question.
You don't get. She's in a cave.
Yeah.
How do I get in the cave?
Just drive down.
There's an entrance to the cave.
Yeah.
You go down.
Yeah, just drive down. There's a cave.
The way the topography looks, the cave is up, and I'm trying to jump up.
It's also it looks so it's in the middle of the cave, so it looks like it's on top of the mountain, but it's actually you have to go into the cave.
Yeah, go down.
Yeah, go down to the cave, and then you walk into the mountain, and that's when you reach it.
The map is bad. Cleared out the flop house of all the scavengers because you going through there, and found an email from a random email from a Krogan looking to make a gingerbread cookie recipe from a random terminal in the New Tachanka. It was amazing. That's all.
Incredible. I love those small moments from this game so much.
All of the terminals in the Krogan area were absolutely like A+ amazing. There was a running joke where someone was trying to sell like some beef jerky like mom made it. And so like, hey, let the bidding begin. I've got beef jerky. And then people are like, how you have beef? You can't have beef. Beef doesn't exist here. And he goes, oh, trust me, it's going to be awesome. And then they're like, did you clone it? He's like, of course I cloned it. We couldn't bring beef, but I made it just like mom used to make it. It was so funny. I absolutely loved it.
I also found a Krogan who fell in love with an Asari, but she stopped coming to the planet, or not Asari,
an Angaran.
Angaran, she stopped coming to the planet for some reason. It's like, hey, give her this bracelet, and I'm like, okay, and then I left. I haven't done it yet.
I did it.
Stormrage, what have you do?
Yeah.
I ran around the planet and I did basically all of the quests on the planet. I also made extra good friends from almost all of my teammates. The only person that I haven't yet is Vetra, who I will do on the next planet because that's what we're doing this next week. But everybody else is now best friends with me, which I'm really excited about. With PB, we had to deal with her ex who kept stealing things from her and stole Pak, her little remnant VI buddy, off the ship. Then we got to a planet where there is this really important piece of remnant tech, and you get maybe the wildest QuickTime choice in the entire game, which is they are on a pedestal, and on this pedestal is where this really important VI technology is, or this remnant technology. PB's going for it. PB's former lover, former friend, former criminal friend is also
former
after
lover,
it.
I believe. Former lover.
Yes, they're all those things.
Yes.
And they are holding on to the edge. And PB goes for the object, realizes that she has to save the life of her former companion, and Ryder can choose to shoot her companion, so that way her companion falls off, and PB then is forced to go to the remnant tech and grab it, which I think is insane. I did not do it, but it is a choice you can make.
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
I shot her.
Dana, what happens?
I shot her. She dies.
I guess asked and answered.
So you shoot her. So you basically shoot her, and you hit one of her hands, and she hangs there for a moment, and then falls into the lava. And you go, PB, get the tech. And then PB goes and gets the tech, and then you guys run out. And then there's a cutscene afterwards, and she's like, "Why did you do that?" And you're like, "She's a terrible person, PB. She's just a bad person. She's a user, and she was just gonna use you again." And she's a bad person, and you needed her out of your life. And she goes, "Okay, well, thank you. Now where am I supposed to stay? Because what Storm Rage skipped over was the most insane part of this quest, which we're on a lava planet, and there's no safe place to land. And so Our,
Oh, yeah.
our pilot is trying to figure out how to land and where to land, and he's flying around trying to figure it out. And PB's like, hey, Ryder, can you come here? I want to make sure we're all ready to go for the mission. Come into my bedroom. Ryder, PB's bedroom is an escape pod. And so you go into her bedroom, and she's like, better sit down. And then she hits the escape pod button.
There's the Chekhov's gun. Finally.
And then you land on the planet, and it's like, you crash land on the planet. And so you're like, well, how do we get back? And she's like, we'll figure it out.
When you did this quest, Dano, did you bring Drac with you by chance?
I brought Cora with me.
So when you get in the escape pod, the kind of harnesses drop down, like the roller coaster type harnesses that drop down and hold you in your seat. Yeah. And so they'll do that for everybody in your crew, except for Drac, who's too big. And so it'll just keep trying to go down and then bouncing against his armor. It's such a good visual move.
I'm gonna have to go and find that save and go and load that up to watch that.
It's so good.
I did not feel bad killing her because so while you're going through the planet, it turns out that she put like a homing device in Pac and followed us there. And about a quarter of the way in, there are some of her soldiers are available, and Ryder goes, oh, they're within sniper rifle range, and so you can snipe them down if you want to. I didn't, because I was like, well, she's trying to steal it. As far as I know, she's not a villain. She's just like basically like her and PB have just a really bad relationship. This is toxic. Obviously, she's trying to get PB back for who knows what. She's been the one who's made all the bad choices in this one, and PB's just made the terrible decision of loving her apparently. And so that's the kind of relationship it is. I'm like, well, we'll figure it out. I don't know if she's actually going to even. Then she hired some kind of crazy Krogan mercenary to murder us. And I'm like, nope, bad person. So like, we have to like fight all of her mercenaries off. And so I'm like, no, we're done here. Enough is enough. Fool me once, shame on me. Try to murder me 3 times, shame on you.
It's a few times, yeah.
So
I finished up that quest. PB is now locked in as my love interest and also my best friend. Drac has a really long, really solid companion quest that I think might be the best quest in the game. If you're, I love it a lot. I
love PB's. It's so good. I think PB's is really good.
PB's is also good. I think PB, Drac, and Cora's. I think all of the companion quests in general are the best quests in the game.
It's not even close.
Every quest was this detailed, and because every extra step feels like we're actually getting new information. It's not like, well, go to this new planet. It's like, okay, we'll go to this planet. Here's why. Here's how that relates. It's really, really good. Drax in particular, you start on the Nexus, you find this guy named Spender, who is just an absolute jerk. He's rude to everybody, he is terrible at his job, but he is really good at keeping his job. He is also, we believe, one of the reasons that the Krogan were exiled after the rebellions, that he poisoned the waters. So Drac wants revenge, and he wants to be able to find out what's going on. So we need to find some dirt on Spender. We do that, we eventually find out that Spender gave the location of the Krogan seed vault, which is the thing that they need in order to be able to do any sort of farming or sustainable life. If they don't get that seed vault back, they're going to all die. Drac literally blows through some walls in some very fun moments. You find basically the gardener, for lack of a better term, who's found himself trapped aboard this ship on the seed vault because he just didn't know what to do. So he just went along with it. And you save him. You eventually outspender. It's so over the top. It's so silly. It's so Krogan. It's such a good quest line, and everybody should play all through all the companion quest lines. Drax is probably my favorite. Go ahead.
It's really, really good. It's great. I enjoy it. The Krogan scientist nerd is really a ton of fun. And then when he sacrifices himself for Drac at the end, and Drac's like, "What are you doing, you doofus?" It was so good. He's like, "What? You're the only one who can sacrifice yourself?" He's like, it doesn't matter if I die. It matters if you die. You're the only one that knows how to grow stuff. And he's like, no,
Yep.
Drac, you're important to us as well. You're a huge part of this colony, and you're important to us. It was really touching and tender and good, and like it like kind of like helped Drac to kind of understand, because he constantly like downplays his importance to the Krogan and to all of this, and which obviously is a very important part of everything. And I thought that was really neat, where he kind of like somebody sacrificed or tried to, or he didn't die, but like he did get shot. So yeah, Matt.
One other guy we meet on the planet is like is another Urdnot. Like if it was it was another Urdnot Krogan, same as Rex, same as Brunt, the other.
Reeve and Grunt are all Urdnots.
Yeah, and then Rex is Urdnot Rex.
Yes.
Yeah. So I had the strongest feelings, like if there was an Andromeda 2, he would be the Krogan in Andromeda 2, and Drac would have been like on the sidelines running.
That probably
One of
would've
them
been
is
true.
also trying to make a new like super Krogan as well. There's a scientist in New Tachanka who is trying to do the super Krogan thing again. And we can like help him out with that. Be like, hey, we found some cool stuff for you to make your super Krogan.
Yeah.
Like, thanks.
Right? Hey, just parallel Mass Effect 2. So Mass Effect Andromeda 2 had been just as good.
It's a great scene. My favorite part is at the end, this exile who's been doing all these terrible things and basically says the Krogan deserve all of it. The seed farmer that you're with stuns him with some biochemical things, and then Drac just grabs his ankle and holds him off an edge, and the exile will be like, "You're never gonna do it." And you can just tell Drac, yeah, go ahead, and he just drops him some like 100 feet or whatever. It's so good.
Now, at the end of this one, when we out the guy who hates the Krogan, Spender, right? Doesn't Addison try to like brush all that stuff under the rug again, like for Spender stuff, and you can like choose to out like how terrible he was, as well.
Yeah, in my playthrough, I put Spender in jail instead of exiling him.
So did
and Addison was pretty of the, boy howdy, we really gooped this up. We need to take responsibility for it.
Yeah, I just want. But Addison's assistant has to. When you go back to her later and ask her about the Spender thing, she'll be like, "Yeah, no, it's great, but my assistant has to do all his work now." And he's like, "Thanks."
So I also finished Liam's questline and Cora's questline, but we talked about those in previous weeks, so I'm not going to go over them again. I finished Jaw's questline, which is also a really interesting one. Basically, his family, specifically 3 of his brothers and sisters, have joined the Rokar. And so we have to go follow them a couple of different places, and then we get to this Rokar sacred site, and they have taken bombs from the initiative and planted them on this sacred site in the hopes that they will basically blow up their own building and make it look like the initiative did it, and ruin the relationships between the Angaran and the initiative, bringing more people to the Rokar's cause. Dano.
Did you say why we went to this planet in the first place?
No.
Oh, so we went to this planet because Jaw's, like 3 of Jaw's siblings have joined the Rokar, and his mothers have asked.
Oh, I did say that.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. I just missed it then. My bad. Continue, good sir.
And throughout the entirety of it, the main leader of the Rokar, again, the Angaran terrorist group, basically, that wants to kill all aliens on sight, is Jaal wants us to not do anything violent towards him, which is wild because he's fine with us killing every other Rokar, but he doesn't want us to kill the leader. Okay, fair enough, Jaal. And there's a moment at the very end of the quest line where Jaal's family finally sees the truth and decides to come over to Jaal, and Axul pulls a trigger on Jaal, and you can do a quick action interrupt to instead shoot Axul. And if you don't, Axul misses, and it'll graze Jaal's cheek, and Jaal will just walk away. And it's really cool. It's a really fun scene. it's one of those where Jal will tell you time and time again, leave this to me, I will handle it, trust me. And I like that paid off in that specific way, and I thought it was really, really solid. Dano.
Yeah, I thought it was really, like, don't martyr him. And then you have a moment where, like, you're like, okay, choose between Jal or, Jal's wishes of us not martyring the leader of the Rokar. And what's cool is after he tries to shoot Jal and misses, all of the Rokar, or a good chunk of the Rokar, like, turn around and walk away, kind of see him for what he is, who's just this hate-filled monster, essentially, who doesn't really care what gets in his way. He just wants to kill everything and everyone. And I thought it was really neat and a really good quick action. A couple of these are hands on the best quests in the game. They're the best companion quests in Mass Effect.
They might be.
I don't know if I've ever played. They might be my favorite companion quests in games. They are so good.
Yeah,
they're
really
so good. It honestly makes the rest of the game feel worse because these quests are so good. They're like varied and different and interesting, and there's thought, and the dialogue is amazing, and like each one is different in its own way and has different like twists and turns. Like in Liam's, you have to you're fighting in a ship that has turned on its side, so like you're not up isn't down, like up is going like through different hallways and stuff, and it's this crazy thing. Korra's, where you kind of learn about this crazy Asari arc situation. Drac learning that he is important. PB's like crazy choice where you choose between her ex-girlfriend or the remnant technology in a very Indiana Jones way. They're amazing quests. And then even the last one, I've completed all of them at this point. The last one is as good or better than any of them. And like Ketra is kind of a bump on a log character. Her quest is amazing. They're amazing quests. They're really, really well done.
They're really good. They're the best part of the game for sure.
Oh yeah.
The only other things that I did a couple other things that are not really significant. I also found the Turian Arc, which admittedly I think is kind of a bummer of a quest line because you just get to the Arc and it's just kind of destroyed. And you find the person that's supposed to take over as Pathfinder. We hook them up, and they say, great, I'll be Pathfinder. And then you move everything off of the ship. I really felt like this should have been an encounter or a fight or something, and it's none of those things. You just show up, you have a scene, and then you leave.
Yeah, so it's a little bit more to it than that, actually. But it's only slightly more to it than that. It's a very bummer quest. So you find the Turian Arc, and it is completely destroyed. Turns out that the guy that we found on the Asari, like, special planet moon thing, who was, like, the second in command, Pathfinder, the reason he didn't become Pathfinder was because the Pathfinder was his boyfriend. He tried to get to upload like the Pathfinder stuff to the Sam to try to make the other guy the Pathfinder. He died in the process of, and so Sam kind of went crazy and then like drove the Turian Arc directly through the Scourge, basically like destroying the thing to get to their home planet, which is we find out next week has been destroyed. And so we kind of wander through a little bit and kind of just piecing stuff together. You don't have your weapons out. You can't dash or do anything. It's just like a wandering scene with no gravity. The second in command Pathfinder for Turians is there. We talk to the Sam, and then we can choose if he becomes Pathfinder or not. So you can if you say it's your choice, he'll be like, I can't live up to this, and then we'll walk away. And the Turian don't get a Pathfinder at all, or you can basically talk him into it, and then at that point he gets super being into Pathfinder. The crazy thing is, you need 4 Pathfinders in the final quest of this game, but you don't know that you need all these other Pathfinders, and so I actually read up on this because I was like, oh, why wouldn't I get to choose another Turian to be Pathfinder? We can save the Sam, weird. So why can't Ketcher be Pathfinder? There's no reason why. So I figured it was like the Asari situation where someone else become Pathfinder. So I Googled it, and it was like, oh, there's just no Turian Pathfinder. I'm like, oh, that's awful. I had to replay the entire quest. because why wouldn't you be able to go like 3 Pathfinders deep with the Asari? Like, why did Turians only get the one shot? I didn't get it. Yeah, this was a bummer quest. It was really weak for the Turians, I thought. It was interesting, but the way presented wasn't very good.
Yeah, I'd agree. From the combat perspective, I'm now running an engineer build. I've swapped things up yet again, and I'm using PB's Remnant VI as my summon, which is awesome. It has this laser beam, and it just goes in people's faces, and it tears down their shields. It also primes things for combos. It's great. I love this thing a lot. And then I've got a flamethrower that just shoots out of my hand, and it murders everything. Ton of fun. Overloaded in my left hand, which will detonate all of my combo primers, and it's awesome. I'll probably swap back to Vanguard just because I love Charge so much as an ability. I think it's my favorite ability in all of Mass Effect, but I am enjoying this a lot, and there's just so many good ways to play, and I'm a big fan. Dano, what about yourself?
I also switched my build up again. So I was doing like the full sniper engineer where I had like a barrier which would create like cover for me, could go invisible, and then also had overload to hit combos. And then I was using this super powerful gun that did like sniper rifle that was one shot, then with the bio thing for ammo, which I'll be honest, like I was constantly kind of almost killing myself, and I had to find myself like I had to stop shooting things and just kind of like run around and use my engineering tech skills to get my health back up. I was kind of getting on my nerves. Or I had to have Cora with me all the time so she could constantly heal, because Cora's like level 6 shield thing also does health. And so I was like, I don't really enjoy this so much. So I still am using a sniper rifle. That's my favorite way to play. But I've gone away from doing the full engineer like sniper build, so I don't get like a ton of sniper damage. But I'm now going with like the all 3 versions. I think it's called like Explorer, where you have points in the everything. Soldier, the biotics, and the tech tree. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So I'm doing that, and that gives me like I have a cool like I get to go invisible when I get a phase through stuff when I run through things. It gives me bonus to all my damage, and then I have access to biotics now as well, which is a ton of fun. So I've tried a couple of different biotics out. I've used the one that like it's like this slow lob of energy that like it's like kind of like sucks everybody in. I've used the one where like the throw where like people get thrown in the air. So I'm doing that, and then I'm using overload, and then I'm also using the Remnant VI thing as well. Cause like why wouldn't I? I don't even think it's very good, to be honest. But
I think it's pretty okay.
It's fine. It's good. But like there's better things you can do with you only get 3 abilities, right? So like having like flamethrower, overload, and then like the lob thing would be amazing. But it's so fun having a bit of remnant tech just like buzz around after you and then like lasering things you point at. Like, sorry, I'm gonna do that. That's just too good.
Yeah, it's good.
So I did the Angaran Friendship Bracelet quest as well, Matt, but I did finish it. It is one where you do have to go to like 5 different places across the galaxy to give her the friendship bracelet. You eventually find her and you're like, she goes, thanks. And you're like, oh, cool. You're welcome, I guess. She's like, bad things happened to her, so she was sad. And it's like, no one loves me. And it's like, oh, this Krogan thinks you're kind of neat. And she's like, oh, that's cool. And you're like, all right, cool. Fine. I don't know why I couldn't just go right to Aya, why I had like the planet Aya, why I had to go to 4 different planets first, but whatever. I also did all the things that Storm Rage did. I hit rocks again, I scanned plants again, and I killed the space dragon again. This space dragon fight was very similar to the first one, where you just like all the fights are exactly the same, but this one didn't have anything interesting part of it at all, really. It kind of forced you to get up close and personal at the end because of where the final landing spot, so I guess that was different, but other than that, exact same space dragon fight as the other space dragon fights.
Yeah.
Taste my grilled cheese.
Munch.
I've got the first good, and the first good are the Krogan. The Krogan, I think, are hands down the most interesting race in Mass Effect. They're just really cool, fun, interesting. Like the entire idea that like they could outbreed the entire galaxy is pretty fun, and
Right.
I just think they're good. And I think they're really, really well done in Mass Effect Andromeda, where they're not like presented as some sort of like noble barbarians or anything like that. They're just competent, sentient beings who are, have, the other races have decided that they're bad because they got risen up too quickly and weren't ready for it. I mean, it's really interesting. I thought the Krogan are great, and I think the New Chunka and the whole like area is really well done.
Right.
Which are not so good, Matt?
Lexi's quest where you scan scavengers in Paradise. She puts little pips on the map of scavengers to scan. So you go to the pip on the map and you scan the scavenger, and she's like, "That's not a scavenger." Like I'm the idiot. Weird. Like you put it on my map.
Then scan the scavenger, Matt. I don't know why you're blaming the game on this one. Scan the scavengers.
There is a quest icon you can follow. You can just follow the quest icon.
I followed the quest icon to the person. She told me to scan. She tells me that's not.
I did it too, though, Matt. I'm like, well, then why'd you hide the person? Whatever.
Right? Like, what is the point? Like, why are you doing this to me? Why are you making me look like an idiot? Thank you. What's the best good?
Best good, Stormreach?
Oh, best good. Sorry, that's me. The best good is at the end of the Elaaden quest. I know in a lot of games there'll be like the good choice and then the evil choice, but most of the time the evil choice is like, oh yeah, you can doom this entire race to extinction, and in exchange you'll get 5% extra credits or something along those lines. And in this time, instead, if you choose the evil thing, or at least I would call it the more evil thing, you get 3,000 research points. That's an obscene amount of research points. Like I currently, between all of my research that I haven't spent right now, I have a little over 2,000. So that would be over double my current research points. And I like that is such a significant investment at the cost of, well, no more Krogan and no settlement. I think that still probably isn't enough to make a lot of people choose that one, but I do like that it's at least there and that there is a reason why you would choose that. I think that there's a lot of times where you don't make that as close of a choice, and I'm glad that they did what they did.
Agreed. I thought it was fun.
He asks each traveler 3 questions. 3 questions.
3, that's a magic number. I will ask myself 3 questions.
Hey, Matt, what are you liking so far?
This sense of scale on the remnant wreckage as you're driving through it to get to the remnant, wreckage was insane. Like, it was the first time I was driving through like this planet, and I enjoyed dune bugging around this planet. But like when you get up to the remnant wreckage, you're like, whoa, this is cool. This is well done. Well done. I was just like, okay. And then you get right into the action because like the remnant and the raiders are fighting each other, and you basically sneak in behind them and clear out the raiders and then work on the remnant. It's great. It's a fantastic moment. Stormrage, what are you liking so far?
Dano and I talked about this, I can't remember if it was like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, but a while ago, about how the companions you bring on the quest don't often matter because they kind of just sit in the background. And there are some moments during the quest on this planet where your background companions talk and engage in the quest scenes itself. And I had PB and Drac, and both of them talked quite a bit, and it felt more like traditional Mass Effect, where they will have opinions and viewpoints that are unique to them that contribute to how they present in this quest. Liked it a lot. Huge fan. Dano, what are you liking so far?
The entire storyline of New Chunka and the Krogan on Elaaden is great. It's a very good story. It's really fun and interesting, and you get to go do some pretty fun things, I think, in this quest. It's not like straightforward. The side quests for this one are pretty forgettable, but I think the main quest and like it really makes up for it, and it really does shine. What were you struggling with, Matt?
It's a desert planet. Again, we've had like 3 desert planets now, including an ice desert planet. Like, come on. Like I'm kind of over the desert planet. This one was good. This one was good. This one was like I said, it's Diet Arrakis, but I'll take it. You know, it was
You have
it was
Arrakis
fun.
at home.
Yeah. Storm Rage, what are you struggling with?
Why was this not the first planet?
100%.
Like, why are we bouncing around between a billion different things? I think this game would just be better if you cut Eos as a planet, if you cut Havarl as a planet, and you just expanded on or presented some of those storylines within the other planets. We just don't need this much. And Kadar, I think, is a great planet. I think Elaaden would make a wonderful starting planet that is not as boring and presents an immediate choice of like, here's the dangers of pathfinding, here's the difficulty of pathfinding. Whereas Eos, it's like, well, we figured it out. Good job. What a safe planet we now have.
It also gives you the sense of scale and the remnant too, right?
Yeah.
Like it introduces a remnant in such a cool way that I wish they I agree with that.
Dano, what you struggling with?
It's kind of a little bit of what you had to say as well. I've heard this before, but the art and design and the enemies are just uninspired. And part of that is because they were trying to make there be a whole bunch of different worlds, right? Like, so these are entire worlds we're going to. They're not like, cities. We're going to an entire world. We could have multiple colonies on the same world. We even have like the option, like there are things after you like kill a space dragon, you can like select the space dragon to see what's going on there. So sorry, I'm completely getting a little bit I'm getting sick. So, but you could have just had, Eos and Elaaden had been the same world, and you could have just had two colonies on it. There was no reason for them to be separate worlds. I don't think we needed to have all the separate vaults and stuff. It could have been just fewer vaults would have been good. The vaults aren't different or interesting. They're all the same thing, just slightly different. You could have just made them twice as big, and you could have gone through them and done different things within them. I think fewer worlds would have solved some of this game's problems, where it's like, why is this 10 worlds when it could be 5? Because like it's not they're
Or
presenting anything
3
different.
instead of
or
3. Like we could do 3 worlds, not 5 separate worlds. Like, it's just like,
I think so. Like, but my struggling with is everything kind of felt second rate. It doesn't look bad. It just feels uninspired and phoned in. And I think if they had concentrated on, did more with less, right? Do more with fewer things. Like really concentrate on 3 really good worlds instead of 6 okay worlds. I think that would have made for a much better game. So, what surprised you about the game, Matt?
How much the Krogan storyline, how good it was, and just how interesting and different. Like it felt like it felt like a really good, like just they focused on it, despite the fact we had to find the princess in another castle like 4 times. Like I agree with you 100%. Storm Rage, this should have been the first planet, and it makes that choice you make at the end of the story mission so much more impactful. Of okay, we can set up a colony, but the Krogan are now independent, or we can just take the research point, and abandon the colony and not have, but we wouldn't have a colony to have a foothold in yet.
And that 3,000 research points early on would be huge. I mean, you could do some pretty busted stuff with that.
Agreed. So, this just should have been the first planet you go to. You meet Drek here and in paradise, and then you go on from there. That's the way it should have worked. So, and PB could have been hanging around here too, right?
For sure.
So I agree. This is, this should have been the first world. So, Storm Rage, what surprised you?
There's a scene where you're following these scavengers around for a very long time, and you need to find a password for one of their things. And you look at the data pad, and if you just open it up and close it, then Sam will be like, I got the password. But if you read the data pad, it's basically like, is there a new password? Yeah, password 1234. Great, thanks, good password. And I love the idea that in the universe we still have password 1234s. It got me in a very silly place.
It was so
Same
good.
password I have on my luggage.
Dano, what surprised you?
How amazing the best friend quests are. Like,
Yeah.
just like, this game is worth playing. This game is $4 on Steam right now. Go and buy it. It's time well spent. The main story of this game is good. It's interesting. It's fun. The gameplay is fine and good and interesting. The friendship quests are truly amazing quests. They are so well done. Those alone are worth the $4. Like, you can race through the rest of the game and just play through the vaults, play through the main story quests. Don't stress too much about completing everything else, and then just getting your best friend quest done, and you will have a good time with this game. Because the best friend quests are awesome.
Yeah.
He asks each traveler 5 questions. 3 questions. 3 questions.
3, that's a magic number.
We just did this.
Shut up. No, I didn't. Not know what you're talking about.
You want to buy some
No,
death
I was ready to be
sticks?
stuck in
I
that
don't
loop
want to sell
forever.
the death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
Storm Rage, sell the game to a friend.
The Mass Effect must flow.
Matt, sell the game to a friend.
Buy the game. It's $4.
And mine, I'm not selling the game so much for asking a question. Hey, where'd the cat go? Like, where'd the cat go?
We don't need to worry about that. We'll figure it out later.
Where'd the cat go?
This planet's so bad the cat doesn't even want it.
There's multiple planets. The cat are like, nope, we're gone. No more. Remember
like
when we were the only enemy you fought? Nope, we're gone. We're gone. Next week, our team talks down to us like we're not good enough to be in charge. That's it for this week. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks to all our patrons for patronizing us. You can find links to our Discord and our content information in the link tree in the description of this episode.
Mass Effect Andromeda is a game, and games are supposed to be fun.
Yeah! Let's pathfind until we're pathfound, baby.
The end of the show. Everybody bye!
I'm sure there's a way to figure this out, but the person, like, they had to have the same writer for the best friend quests, right? And that person didn't participate in other stuff
That would be my guess.
because they're just too good.
Yeah.
They're so good. They're so interesting. They're so different. When I played through Liam's, I was like, wow, this is great. And then each and every one, I think I'm best friends with everybody at this point. So I did Ketra's yesterday.
And they're such a good combination of genuine, heartfelt moments and absolute silliness. Like, one of my favorite moments in Drax's quest is him just looking at this solid wall and Ryder being like, "You gonna go?" And he goes, "Yep." And he literally just shoulder checks the wall. He blows open this wall, and it's so good. He walks through it, and then he just goes, and I love it so much. He's just in his happy place.
Grand
Drek is my
Arcanum, thank you very
favorite
much for the Prime, buddy. Appreciate that very much.
I'm putting it out there. Drek might be my favorite Krogan over.
I don't think it's crazy. People hated him because he wasn't like your traditional Krogan, but I think he's just a more interesting take. Like, he's a more evolved Krogan because he's been around for 1,000 years. So
Right.
of course he's just learned different ways to cope with things.
Yeah, I like Rex, but like,
Not liking Drac is really weird.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a strange
People
take.
hated Drac and PB on launch, and they are my
Well, I
two
could see
favorite
PB.
characters.
PB at first kind of annoyed me a little bit, and then after I finished her best friendship quest, I was like, hey, wait, can we date now? But I think it's too late. So unrequited for this game. Yeah, PB Drac are fantastic. Jaw's interesting. Nothing to write home about, but and his quest is very good.
Liam's great.
Liam's very good. Ketra's kind of a bump on the log. There's not
Vetra?
Yeah, Vetra. Sorry, Vetra, not Ketra. Vetra. Yeah. Cora's fine as well. Cora's funny in her own way. Like, she's unintentionally funny. Like, she's so eager, it's funny. So, but yeah,
I like the crew that just stay in the ship. I really like Suvi.
Suvi's
Yeah.
great. Gil, once you get past the poker thing, is cool.
Gil's not Tally. We've discussed this.
I know, but he's fine.
This is true.
And this isn't ARRAKIS either.
That's it for this week. Thanks so much for hanging out. We'll talk at you again next week.
Bye-bye.